We're good.
Welcome to the TMZ podcast. My name is Branson Quirk.
I'm Jim Eckhart.
Hello, Jim. How are you doing this morning?
Doing well. I see you guys had to call me in today.
So this is a really busy day in news for us.
Yes.
Obviously, there's a lot of things with this very tragic death of Rob Reiner and his wife, Michelle. This all happening yesterday. We're continuing to get news in right now as we're on here. So there might be new updates as we're speaking.
Yes.
But we're going to give you guys everything that TMZ currently knows. If you're wondering, Charlie Cotton, he's out today.
Yes.
He was sick today, woke up with a little bit of a cold this morning, so prayers out for Charlie. And then Devin, which you guys know and love, he's on the news desk, so he's a super busy guy, and he's working on these current stories with this death.
Yeah, our news desk is all hands on deck right now, obviously, with the story that broke yesterday.
Man, horrible.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
This is a huge story, obviously, coming out of Los Angeles. Rob, very well known as a director, producer. He's done acting in his career. Very beloved man in Hollywood. Extremely sad news.
Absolutely. I mean, I was just doing a deep dive on his career, and I had forgotten how many credits this guy really had.
Director and producer, and some of your favorite movies you may know: Stand By Me, The Princess Bride,
Love that.
Harry Met Sally, A Few Good Men. If one of your favorite movies in your pastime most likely had some impact by Rob Reiner.
For sure. So, again, going to give you exactly what we have from TMZ. So, as we know, as we had reported yesterday, Rob Reiner and his wife, Michelle, were found dead inside their Brentwood home on Sunday afternoon. This was around 3:30 p.m., and TMZ did obtain 911 audio. And on this audio, you can hear a fireman calling for backup. Mm-hmm. We know that the daughter of Rob and Michelle entered the home and found them both and what appeared to be knife slits on their throat.
Yeah, we have confirmed with sources that confirming that their throats had been slit.
Yeah, and again, this is the middle of the day. We know that the daughter, she did tell authorities that someone in the family had done this, and said and told the authorities that the son, Nick, should absolutely be a suspect.
Yes.
And then quickly after, sources told us that Nick was being questioned. Mm-hmm. But as of this morning, we can officially say that Nick is now in official custody, according to the LA Sheriff's Department.
Yes. We've been able to confirm that as well with our sources.
And early reporting suggests that there may have been an argument inside the home shortly before the killings, but no confirmed motive has been announced whatsoever. So if you're seeing rumors out there about what went down, there is no information that is out just yet. I want to talk about Nick, and we were able to do a little bit of a deep dive into the relationship between him and his father, whether or not there was a rift there. We found some interviews in the past between him. Nick is 32 years old, and they have worked on projects before together. And one of these projects, they spoke about it in an interview together, but one interview that I found that I think is important to note, and the quote from this interview, when asked about his father, Rob, Nick said that they didn't really bond.
Yeah, they didn't bond a lot. That there was obviously, they had disagreements, in their past growing up, in their father-son relationship, and that it was very well known that they did not have the best father-son relationship.
And Nick was very open about the fact that he had been dealing with addiction for a long time. In this interview, saying that that addiction deeply affected the family dynamic. He said that, but there was a point in one of these interviews where he said that his father's love was always present, even through complications. Mm-hmm. So he was open about there not being a great bond between them, but at the same time, at the root of everything, there was love.
Yes.
So to see this all happen on Sunday, and the fact that the daughter immediately went to the fact that it was Nick, being a suspect here, is deeply troubling, because there had to be a lot of behind the scenes going on that we don't know about, and we'll probably find out.
Exactly. We don't know about yet, but most likely we will find out more details regarding the relationship moving forward in the upcoming days. But as of now, it's just an insanely sad story.
Right, and this was in Brentwood, and we did see some celebrities that showed up to the home. Larry David being one of them, Billy Crystal and his wife.
There's video of Billy Crystal walking outside in the neighborhood outside the home,
visibly emotional. Of course. Do they live near? I think Larry David and Billy Crystal, they live in Brentwood.
I'm pretty sure.
I believe. It's a very celebrity populated area. So for this to happen in a neighborhood like that is horrifying.
It's something that I'm sure a lot of the people that live in that area can't imagine happening, especially in Brentwood, which for those who don't live in LA, Brentwood is a very affluent area, you can say. A lot of celebrities, athletes live in that area. So something of this nature going down in Brentwood is huge. And it's like we said, it's extremely sad.
Tony?
He's held on $4 million bail. That's the latest update.
Okay, so we're getting an update right now. Nick is being held on a $4 million bail. I feel like he should be held on no bail. I'm shocked that there's even an option, especially with someone that comes from money.
Yes, yeah, that is quite shocking that he was given bail.
I mean, updates are going to come throughout the day. As we're speaking, updates are continuing to come in.
Our phones are open right now.
Our phones are open. We have the news desk on speed dial right now. They're letting us know as we're going on. I did want to mention here, too, that this kind of surprises me as well, that there was a rift between them up until now, because in one of the interviews Nick had done about his dad, he revealed that Rob supported his recovery from addiction. We know that Nick was in rehab.
As early as 15 years old.
As early as 15 years old, and that he was homeless in multiple states, and his teenage years were especially difficult. And actually, him supporting Nick's recovery is what led them to collaborate on the film Being Charlie. And that this film was a difficult project for Nick to work on, both speaking about it in different ways and how the experience affected their bond. But it's horrible to hear that even after all that, you would do this. And we have to say alleged,
yes.
Because he is a suspect right now, innocent until proven guilty. But all of this coming together, it doesn't look good. I do want to talk about the legacy of Rob Reiner, because I'm going to be honest. I'm younger. I'm 27, almost 27, and a lot of these movies that you mentioned to me out there in the news desk, I haven't seen some of these films. And can you just give us a little bit of a tidbit about how big Rob Reiner was?
Yeah, like I listed off in the beginning, if you don't know some of these movies, like Stand By Me, The Princess Bride, When Harry Met Sally, A Few Good Men, these are award-winning films. These are huge films that people were fans of all ages. Not only did he produce, he was also producer and director for multiple films. I think a lot of people our age may know him more so. He's done a lot of cameos, a lot of acting appearances. Something that I personally knew him right away from was he was the dad in New Girl.
Right, that's right.
Very popular show. So it's his people knowing of him kind of spreads all different ages, just depending on what movies you might have watched or what television you watched growing up as a kid, that people might be my age. Obviously, people like our parents' age definitely are more affiliated with him, with the movies that he produced and directed.
My parents called me right away when this happened.
My mom hit me up the second we had posted the story and was so very upset about it.
Oh, and what they said that they bonded, my parents bonded over was All in the Family.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's what he's most known for, All in the Family, obviously. But this is just, I can't even believe that this happened.
I know, and sorry, I got to check. We're getting updates as we go, so I'm not trying to be rude checking the phone.
No, you're good. You're good.
We're all up to speed on updates with the story.
There was a post from Donald Trump that we have to talk about, that this quite literally just came out a few minutes ago.
Yes.
And Trump went on Truth Social, and you know what? I'm just going to read it verbatim because I don't want to paraphrase this whatsoever. I want you guys to hear exactly what Donald Trump said that is causing a rift across the internet right now. So Donald Trump, after finding out about the passing of Rob and Michelle, he goes on Truth Social and posts a very lengthy post saying, "A very sad thing happened last night in Hollywood. Rob Reiner, a tortured and struggling but once very talented movie director and comedy star, has passed away, together with his wife Michelle, reportedly due to the anger he caused others through his massive, unyielding, and incurable affliction with a mind-crippling disease known as Trump derangement syndrome. He writes in caps, sometimes referred to as TDS. He was known to have driven people crazy by his raging obsession of President Donald J. Trump and his obvious paranoia, reaching new heights as the Trump administration surpassed all goals and expectations of greatness, and with the golden age of America upon us, perhaps like never before, may Rob and Michelle rest in peace. Jim, what is your immediate reaction to this?
This is just typical Trump. He can't, he somehow has to knock people down or get a Trumpism in terms of just saying something negative about someone. Anybody that had, if you didn't know, Rob was very vocal when it comes to politics. Us here at TMZ,
right.
We have gotten several clips of him out in the field talking about politics. Obviously, he wasn't the biggest Trump fan. So that shouldn't matter, though, when someone passes. And even if you view somebody as a political enemy, to take a shot like that, especially with what is seemingly like a very tragic, horrifying death of him and his wife, to just still take a shot at him in that capacity just kind of sums up who Trump is.
And we have seen other posts about the death from other celebrities and important figures like Barack Obama giving tributes to him, Stephen King, Ben Stiller, and more are just coming in every 5 minutes now. And they're respectful.
Yes,
very respectful
and
tributes.
People are remembering him. He's just beyond just an actor, beyond just somebody that was instrumental in Hollywood and movies and television. Rob was a very good guy, and a lot, you like you just said, a lot of these reactions, there have been a lot of interviews done this morning so far amongst the morning shows remembering Rob. I know Jerry O'Connell spoke out this morning about it because he worked with Rob, and for Trump to just take shots like that at a time like this, not to be political, but it just really sums up who he is.
I think it's actually, and people say, oh, that's not surprising, but to me, this is a little more surprising for Donald Trump. And I know the guy has said a lot of crazy things, and he's no filter.
Yes.
But for something like this, when someone passes away so tragically, to then go online and say that, I was a little surprised by it. I was a little surprised even by Trump doing this, because Trump has said crazy things in the past. But when it comes to death, he usually was somewhat respectful.
Yes.
When he was talking about Joe Biden being diagnosed with cancer, he was respectful of that. Of course, when Charlie Kirk passed away, he paid his respects as well. And you can't pick and choose the way you speak about someone's death just because of what side they are on politically.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody can agree with that, right?
I completely agree with you there, Branson.
Well, TMZ is going to continue to monitor this. We are currently looking for updates right now, but the last update that we have is that he's being held on $4 million bail. Updates will be coming throughout the day.
Yeah, check the TMZ website, turn on your notifications. This will be the biggest story of the day, most likely the biggest story of the week. So just stay tuned to the website. We will update you guys as soon as we know and we're able to confirm any information that we're finding out.
On a lighter note, I do want to mention some positive things that happened this weekend.
Please do.
I went to D.C.
You did?
Washington, D.C.
What were you doing in D.C., Branson?
John Cena's final match.
That is a big deal.
It's a very big deal to me as a fan of WWE. I don't want to talk about it too much because it's such a heavy story that we're talking about. But it was a very sad weekend for WWE fans. Being there, watching my favorite person ever take the bow, the ringside bow, and say goodbye was heartbreaking. And I did shed one tear. I'm going to admit it. One tear. Just one.
Understandable.
Because I don't cry. Just one. But were you a fan of John Cena at any point?
I wasn't I honestly didn't get into WWE until Logan Paul joined in. And then I started watching.
He's great.
Yeah.
Logan Paul's fantastic. Yeah,
but,
right.
I do got to say, I stopped watching WWE about like age 11. Seeing him retire is just like, that was my childhood. John Cena was my childhood too.
We've all grown up with him.
Yeah, it's pretty surreal to see that was his last match, and yeah,
and he lost his last match. Everybody, he lost his last match, which created a big rift as well on the internet.
Okay.
People were very upset about it. But you know what? I think it was great. He left it to the final generation, the next generation, and he let it go with ease. So love you, John Cena. Again, we have a lot more updates coming with TMZ. Make sure you're sticking to the website.
Yes.
Watch TMZ Live. That's live.
Watch the TMZ live stream today. I'm sure between now and when we go live at 9:30, we are going to have a lot more updates regarding Rob Reiner and his tragic death. So be sure to tune into that live stream as well. But yeah, stay tuned to the website. And
Charlie should be back tomorrow. So. Oh, we have comments. Oh, yeah. Let's read out the comments, of course. Okay, so on the Rob Reiner story, Paula says, just when you think the news can't be any more shocking, this happens. I know.
Yeah.
Just seems like every week, every month, or something huge.
Yeah.
I always get worried about the start of the year as well. So 2026, I'm hoping that we just have a good start to the year.
That's we're not ending the year on a high note right now with
Not
the
at all.
story, but yeah, hopefully at the turn of the new year we get better news and have better news.
L. Grant said, Rob Reiner would not be shocked to read the horrible comments MAGA are posting about his and his wife's death. The world is a very dark place and getting darker. Yeah.
Yeah, I try to stay positive on that note, but you understand where people stand and how they feel and what they think when their words come out in times like this, where we should be showing respect and honoring somebody of this nature, and you still take shots, and it's unbelievable and it's unacceptable.
I know. Dolphin says they shouldn't offer any bail amount for him. Yeah, agreeing with us. $4 million for, someone that doesn't come from money. That's more understandable. But for someone that comes from money, especially when bail, I think bail for $4 million bail, don't you only have to pay like 10%?
You have to be, you basically have to pay a small percentage of what the total bail is set at.
That's wild.
I know.
So he only has to pay $400,000 to get out.
I believe so.
And if he comes from money, that may not be a problem for him.
Well, we'll see.
That's wild to me. Miscellaneous comments, couple of those. Walter Johnson, cool t-shirt, John Cena. This is the final t-shirt John Cena sold. I bought as many as I possibly could because they're actually going, they're $35. They're going for over $100 right now already because they're sold out. T85204, what a username. Gunther is like 40, dude ain't young. No, you're right. And that's why people are upset, because John Cena didn't just leave it to a young guy. He left it to someone who is a little bit older. But then again, Gunther is a very new talent still. So it's still the next generation. You got to respect John Cena. This is what he wanted, and this is how he wanted it to end. So, all right, Jim. We're going to go back out there to the news desk.
Yeah, we've got a lot of work to do.
A lot of work to do, a lot more updates coming in. Again, please stay with TMZ.com.
Yes.
Watch TMZ Live, which goes live in an hour and a half from now.
9:30.
9:30 Pacific time. And, of course, TMZ on TV tonight as well. So thank you, everybody. Talk to you soon.